How the Tortoise Won Respect by Haley, Stephanie, Ryan, and Connor.
It was the old days, a time long, long ago.
It was in those days that the lion was the most powerful animal in the entire land. He was very mighty and he was very strong. His word was law and everyone obeyed him.
Now in those days the animals did not have any food of their own. They were not yet good hunters. They had to sneak into gardens of the humans and steal whatever vegetables they could.
However, if they were ever caught by the humans, they ended up in someone's stew pot. Unfortunately, this happened far too often, and it worried the lion very much.
So he called a meeting of all the animals.
He told them that they must move to another place where there were no humans.
He told them they must move to another place where they could plant their own food and live in peace.
All of the animals agreed with the lion.
The cheetah was sent to steal some tools from the humans.
The monkey was sent to steal some baskets from the humans.
The rabbit was sent to steal some seeds from the humans.
All of the animals were sent off to search for a new place to live, a place where they could grow their own food.
The faster animals, like the rabbit and the antelope, led the way.
In the middle were the larger animals, like the buffalo, elephant, and giraffe.
In the rear were the slower animals, like the tortoise and the chameleon.
The animals traveled for a long time. Finally, the voice of the cheetah was heard from the front.
The cheetah called out to everyone that he had found a beautiful place. It was a place, he said, where the land was very fertile.
It was a place, the cheetah said, where there was a large lake filled with fresh water.
It was a place, the cheetah said, where there were no humans to be found.
The animals soon settled in. They worked very hard.
They planted fields full of wonderful vegetables.
The rains came soon, and the fields were filled to overflowing with vegetables.
There were large pumpkins, delicious carrots, great cabbages, and sweet potatoes.
The animals could not believe their good fortune. Water was plentiful, food was plentiful, and their lives were very, very, very plentiful.
But our story does not end there, for as the case in all stories, something will happen to the animals.
And so it was.
One day, the animals awoke and set off for their garden. When they got there, they saw every vegetable was gone, every crop, everything they had planted was gone.
Even the lake was drained. There was not a drop of water to be found in the bottom of the lake.
The animals could not believe what they were seeing. All that they had worked for, all that they had planted, was now gone.
It was about this time that a very large and most enormous shadow fell across the sun.
The sky went dark. The sky went dark.
There above them was a tremendous monster, a beast so large that it blotted out the sun.
Its skin was gray and brown and smelled like the dung from dying warthogs.
Its eyes were green and slimy. Its mouth was like a fantastic cave with rotting teeth and breath that could kill a forest of trees.
I'm the monster. I'm the one who eats animals with a single gulp. I'm the one who owns this land. You are on my land. You all anger me. I will eat you all in one gulp.
The animals were terrified. They all ran back to their king, the lion. They all wanted to know what the lion would do.
The lion told them not to be afraid.
The lion told them they should not be fearful.
The lion told them that he would deal with the monster.
And so the lion went to the field to confront the monster. But when he arrived, he saw how very large this monster was.
He realized that he did not have a chance of winning any fight against this monster.
So he roared as loud as he could to scare away the monster. So he yelled as loud as he could to chase away the monster.
I'm the monster. This is my land. You are on my land. I will eat you all. I will eat you all with one large gulp. You will be my meal. I'm the monster, and I will eat you.
The monster scared the lion. He ran back to his hut with his tail between his legs. He thought that this monster was far more terrible than any of the humans he had seen.
The other animals also thought that the monster was far too big and far too terrible to deal with. They too began to run away.
But the tortoise decided otherwise. The tortoise announced that she was going to deal with the monster in her own way.
The other animals laughed at the tortoise. They thought she was crazy to deal with such a large and fierce monster.
But the tortoise was very wise and very clever. She asked the antelope to prepare a sharp axe for her. This he did. He took the sharp axe and hid it under her shell.
The tortoise, tiny and slow, walked up to the monster and shouted at him. She told him that she was tired of all his boasting.
She told him that she was tired of all his smelly actions and his bad breath, and told him to go away.
What are you saying? Do you know who I am? I'm the greatest creature there is. I can eat all of you in one gulp. There's this little one. Should I have him for a snack? She would taste very good.
And that is just exactly what the monster did.
The monster swept up the little tortoise with his large, smelly tongue.
The little tortoise disappeared into the enormous mouth of the monster. As soon as the tortoise disappeared into the monster's mouth, she took the axe from under her shell and she began to chop at the monster's tongue.
Chop, 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 chop.
Chop, chop, chop.
Chop, chop, chop. The monster cried out. He made lots of loud noises. What are you doing? Why does my mouth hurt? Why are you hurting me? You must stop. You must stop now.
Chop, chop, chop.
Finally, the monster's tongue was chopped away from his mouth.
The tortoise continued to swing her axe.
She chopped off the neck of the monster.
Arr, arr, arr.
Finally, the monster fell to the ground. He was dead.
The tortoise crawled out of the neck of the monster. She held her axe high in the air.
All the animals cheered. All the animals cheered for the brave little tortoise, who had killed the very large and very ugly monster.
All the animals called for the little tortoise, the cleverest animal of all. Even the mighty lion said the tortoise was very brave and very clever, and so it did to this day.
She may be small,
She may be slow,
She may have a hard shell,
But she is brave, very, very brave.